Welcome back to Trucking the Seven Seas. This is episode number 4. For this episode, we're finally out of Southern California, and we're traveling mostly in the South, and we're currently in Texas, and we stay in that region for this episode. Let's get into it. Came out of California yesterday, stopped in Eloy, Arizona at a Flying J, and stayed there tonight. Shower was broken, so that sucked. And headed off the next day, which is today. Trying to get through Tucson. Well, I woke up late, and I dragged my feet because there was a hazmat truck carrying explosives of some sort that rolled over on the I-10 inside Tucson. So I sat in Eloy for a while, till about like 11 or something like that. And then it was quite clear that the road wasn't going to open for a while. So I finally took off. And then as I took off, got to Tucson, it was clear up until basically there. And then about 5 miles before the actual tanker or the hazmat, I think it was a trailer, hazmat trailer rolled over, there was another huge accident. And there's videos of it, so you already saw it. So definitely some fatalities in that one. And that one was caused by the hazmat vehicle, which caused a backup. And then it looked like the refrigerator, the reefer, rammed the flatbed, and the other vehicles got involved. Definitely some fatalities there. So got videos of that. You saw them pretty bad. So you go past that, and then they had let's do all sorts of weird stuff to get around the hazmat thing. And now we're finally back on the road, headed to Tennessee now. Back on the road once again. We left from Eloy yesterday, went through Tucson, hit that giant traffic jam with the I-10 closed. Other than that, it was pretty smooth sailing. As soon as we got past Tucson, kept going, got on the 25, and we stopped in Albuquerque for tonight. For those of you that don't know, there is a pilot south of Albuquerque on the 25 that's not on Trucker Path. It's a really nice one. I guess I should have taken some pictures of it. But it's like brand new, and it's not on Trucker Path right now. So, there's one there. But it's been there for like 6 months actually, and it's still not on Trucker Path. I don't know why. Kind of a bad move on their part. But it's really nice. And I got there at 9 o'clock, and I was able to actually find some parking, which is a big surprise. So we're on the move again, and probably stop somewhere in Oklahoma today. Let's go. Back on the road. We stopped in Reno, Oklahoma last night at a Love's, really nice Love's, and headed to Smyrna, Tennessee. Open road, it's just a 40 basically the whole way. I won't quite get there today. I might stop a little early. I didn't get a very good night's sleep last night. Just sort of rolled around for a few hours before finally falling asleep. See what happens, but we'll definitely be there by tomorrow. And then after Smyrna, Tennessee, we're headed back to Durant, Oklahoma. I think. I'll have to check, but yeah, I think it's Durant, Oklahoma. So, dropping in Smyrna, picking up in that area. I forget where exactly, and then headed back to Oklahoma. Good day. Stopped last night in Memphis, Tennessee. Stopped a little early. My clock had been kind of crawling forward, meaning I've been kind of getting up later and later and later in the day. And then after Tucson, with that crash, you know, I didn't leave there until like 10 or 11. And that meant I was getting to the sun's right in the face. That meant I was getting to the truck stops at like about 10 or 11 at night, which is not good. Parking was a problem at that point. So I decided to just stop early. Yesterday I only drove about 8 hours. And we're back on a better schedule now. I got up about 4 today. And boy, that light is knocked in right now. Whatever. And but anyways, got up a little early, and now we should be better off. Clock won't be as bad. So, dropping this load here shortly in Smyrna, Tennessee, which is just outside of Nashville. And then I'm picking up another one in Bowling Green, Kentucky, which is just north of Nashville. And headed to Durant, Oklahoma. I gotta look still. Yeah. Alright. She blown. That's never good. Yep, that's not good. Gotta get that replaced, but it looks like, I don't know how this even happened, but look at that. That may have been linked to it. This is like steel. Yeah, that probably had something to do with it. All right, so we're gonna crawl it over to the TA, 2 miles away, and get it fixed. Let's go. Dropped that last load in Smyrna, Tennessee. Dropped it, tried to hook, but they didn't have an empty. So called the DM and said, hey, need to go somewhere else, find an empty. And they sent me to another place. They had an empty, but the tire's blown. So I'm gonna drag it over to the TA, and TA is just a couple miles down the road, so I can limp it along, and they're gonna replace it there. However, after this, we're not headed to Kentucky or Oklahoma. We're gonna go to Alabama and pick up a load there and bring it to Houston because the check engine light is on. Don't know what the issue is, seems to be fine. I called them up and they said, yeah, grab this load, head to Houston. Knight has a terminal in Houston with a maintenance shop, so that's what they want me to do, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So we're gonna grab this load somewhere in Alabama and then drive it to Houston, Texas, where we're gonna drop it off and then head to the maintenance department where I'll get reset and maybe some layover. Okay then, so it looks like both my vehicles are going to need maintenance. Both the truck and the trailer are going to need maintenance. Here we go. Checked into the TA. We're in line. There's a couple people ahead of us. It's going to be probably a couple hours. So, I guess we'll just wait. Finally got the tire changed. Got there at 10 o'clock yesterday. 10 o'clock in the morning. and finally got it changed at 2 a.m. the next day. Yeah. So it took them 14 hours to change the tire because there was only one technician there and there was a line. And this wasn't a small, I was at a TA, and this wasn't a small TA either. So, yeah, 14 hours. That'll be a day of layover. And this is one of the reasons why it's just not a good time to be a lease operator or an owner operator right now. There's a big diesel shortage, diesel part shortage, and there's a big diesel technician shortage going on right now. And yeah, I mean, that's just rough. Like 14 hours for a trailer tire change is absurd. And I don't even blame the TA. It's just, that's everywhere. Like, that's just pretty normal. So, yeah, that's why we're waiting another 6 months or so. Maybe even longer. Because of reasons like that. That was insane. My clock is all screwed up now. I got up at like 9 o'clock or something again, and I don't know. But we're headed to Alabama right now. And, gonna still grab that load and head to Houston. My check engine light went off. I don't know what's going on with it. Still gonna bring it in. But, yeah. 14 hours. Picked up a load in Alabama, and now we're headed to Houston. Check engine light went off, and it's still off. So, I don't know. We'll see if it turns back on before Houston. Stopped outside Jackson, Mississippi yesterday, in Forest, Mississippi, which is just east of Jackson. Headed to Houston. Check engine light is still off. However, just this morning, actually like an hour ago, a rock hit my windshield, and now I have about a quarter-sized spiderweb crack in it, and that's going to spread. So it looks like I have to get my windshield replaced anyway. And maybe even do a PM on the vehicle. So I'll see what my DM says. But yeah, the windshield there is cracked. See, that's a problem now. So it looks like I am going to go to Houston. I was thinking about just running recap, but with that crack, looks like we're going to Houston and maybe doing a reset. Let's go. Got done delivering that load to Houston. We're now in Port Arthur, Texas, which is about 100 miles east. So we delivered that live unload to Houston, then drove right out here to Port Arthur, about 100 miles east, and then we're heading to Jenks, Oklahoma. We decided not to bring the truck in yet. There was quite a bit of recap coming, so we decided to keep going, and we're going to take care of the chip during the next reset, which will be probably in a couple of days, which is fine by me. Check engine light is off, and it has stayed off, so you know, just gonna keep going for now. I think it's fine. It's not a huge chip, so we're gonna roll with it. Hopefully that works out. For the Jenks load though, that's not gonna be on this paycheck. That's gonna be on the next paycheck. So that'll end this vlog, and we'll get into the spreadsheet right now. Here we go. Okay, it's spreadsheet time. Not very complicated on this one. We only did 2 loads, which is good because they were pretty good loads. First load, Paris, California to Smyrna, Tennessee. That was almost 2,000 miles. That's the best one yet. Yeah, paid $1,000. And you can look at the math there. I'm not going to insult your intelligence. Then after that, we went to Decatur, Alabama, and dropped it off in Houston. This is where, well, depending on how you look at it, 1 day of layover. It was in between the loads, so yeah, however you want to look at that. But 1 day of layover, I put it on the longer load. It doesn't really matter, but overall, 2,809 miles, which is my best week so far here at night. And that's okay, but it's still not that good. Anything above 3,000 is doing pretty good. I like to run at least this every week, but it's been rough. Been a little rough. So yeah, but overall, that's a pretty good week. That's not too bad. Nothing too bad, nothing to be ashamed of. So 2,809 miles, paid $1,400, 51 cents per mile. Not including safety bonus, fuel bonus, any of that. That comes at the end of the month. And overall, since starting at night, we're at 10,714 miles. Been paid $5,625 and have gotten 53 cents per mile. I do get about 2 cents more per mile than someone who has no experience. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, that still only includes one safety bonus, and that's it. So at the end of this month, we'll get a discharge for however many cents per mile, 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, whatever. I'm not going to make the mileage bonus. I just haven't had enough miles, which sucks. So it might only be 2 or 3 cents more per mile this month. But there you have it. Week 5. Not a bad week. And yeah, again, every mega carrier is going to pay about that much, no matter where you go. So they're going to pay roughly this amount. You know, JB Hunt, Western Express, Schneider, CRST, it doesn't matter. They're all going to pay about that amount, plus the safety bonus and whatnot, which hasn't discharged yet. So yeah, there you go. Night transportation. Well, thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to join Night Transportation, I'll leave a link in the comment section and in the description. And just fill out your information there, and a driver recruiter will get a hold of you. See you next time.